Perfect. And so this all stemmed from wanting to get started, helping my family out, and going into ketosis, doing this diet because of all the benefits. And then literally from there, I was just telling a few friends, a few neighbors, it's kind of caught on. Everyone else wants to do it. So I'm like, perfect, let's all run with it. We have 12 people doing the challenge. Of course, only 3 are on tonight. That's okay. Funny, like I have one of my group youth pastors from another church that's going to be doing it with him and his wife. And I'm super excited about Tim and Angela. Shout out to you guys because I think it's going to be a life-changing thing for you. Angela is dealing with a little bit of cancer that's in remission. So it's going to be huge for you. I'm so excited that you're doing this, Angela. All right, so let's get started. I want to share with you guys some slides that I made. All righty. Let's see here, actually. The beginning. Can everyone see the presentation?
Yes.
Loading?
Yes.
Yes. So like, what the heck am I eating?
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Perfect. So the ketogenic diet, right? What is it? First of all, why you should be listening to me? Of course, don't just listen to what I say. Anything that anyone says, do research on. See what the other side is, make your own opinion. Don't just take what I say as truth. Do your own research and find your own truth to it. Because what annoys me the most is, no offense, Dr. Morris, but anyone that said that any doctor or anybody else just says people take as absolute truth, and that is the truth, and it's like they don't even look into it. So question me, question other people, but I am a certified functional medicine practitioner, graduated in 2016 from Functional Medicine University. I'm also a certified bulletproof coach, also graduated in 2016. I'm a biohacker at the core, and my desire is to one day be superhuman. I want everyone to know, like, not just like what I consider superhuman, but what other people consider superhuman. All right. So what are we going to go over today? What is keto? Why should you care about keto? And then getting started on this program, and then what to expect from this program. Okay. So what is ketosis? Before we move on, I do want to introduce, I know Hannah, you already know Megan, but Dr. Morris and everyone else watching this recording, Megan is also pursuing health coaching. She is going to Functional Medicine University, taking the program, becoming a functional medicine practitioner herself. I'm super excited. I hope to always be working with her, and she's going to be helping us out throughout this journey, answering questions, helping me answer your questions and go about making sure that I do this right. Because you know what, Megan, go ahead and tell us a little bit about just a short minute or two about your journey with keto so far, because you've actually done this longer than I have.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, my husband and I heard about the ketogenic diet a couple of years ago via a podcast, and never really did anything with it. And then when we moved to Texas, and my husband, was kind of wanting to get healthier, be healthier. We have 3 boys, so like I was trying to get back to pre-pregnancy weight, be healthier, and I was just really bombarded with the fact of labels and like all the crap that we are putting into our bodies and what it actually does to us, and how like this Americanized diet was like basically killing us from the inside out. So we kind of just delved into the ketosis idea a little bit more, did some research, and we have been eating pretty full ketosis, like a ketosis type diet, keto diet, for about going on about 6 months now. Fully, my husband.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel better. I have more energy. I mean, I can't tell you that I haven't cheated from time to time, with the holidays and stuff like that. But it's once you're in ketosis and you've been doing it, A cheat day is going to throw you out of ketosis for maybe 24 hours, and then you're back in the game. So like, it's been great. My husband has lost, I think, about 20 pounds in that time period doing this. He's lost 7 just since Christmas. And he didn't gain any weight over the holidays, anything like that. I mean, it's been amazing. Like just, even just, I'm sorry, this is really long. I can seriously talk about like an hour about this, but even just being able to gain muscle tone, being in ketosis has been so much easier for me personally, in my workouts and things like that. So like my body is just performing at its highest function.
And do you feel like you're restricting yourself and like
No,
okay.
Not at all. Like I've tried so many other like quote unquote diets in the past. We've just done the eating clean and things like that. This and my husband, even, like, I wish he was here right now because he will tell you this is the absolute easiest lifestyle change that he's ever made in his entire life, because everybody's always saying, it's going to be really expensive. It's going to be really hard. You can't eat any food. We eat like kings. I mean, we don't feel restricted whatsoever.
Awesome. Sweet. So literally, Megan, thank you so much for joining me on this program.
Yeah,
and I'm excited for you to help me out with all this as well. So
yeah,
this is going to be great.
Happy to.
Thank you. So going right back into what is ketosis. Where's my slides? Boom. Let's do this. All right. Present. All right. So you guys can see my slides. Yes. Wait.
Yes.
I think I muted some people because I was hearing some background. Sorry, guys. I'm going to unmute you. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Cool. All right. Now I unmuted everyone. Sorry. So you can talk if you want, or you can mute yourselves, okay? And then you can, if you want to chime in, have any questions, please feel free to write them down. We'll definitely go over all our questions at the end of this thing. But we should be able to finish all this within an hour. Okay, so what is keto? So ketones, I told my brother, I was like, hey, Austin, join me on this thing, which he said he was, but he's not on here. Austin, you're killing me, bro. I was like, let's do this thing. And I think there's a lot of misconception on like, it's like super expensive. It's this or that. It's only organic or whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to go over, it's everything in between. But ketones and being in ketosis specifically is just switching over a fuel source. It's just using fat for fuel instead of sugar for fuel. Carbs break down into sugars, glucose, and your body uses that for fuel. We're trying to switch this over into burning fat for fuel, okay? So from what we eat and the breakdown of our body fat, you literally get, for 1 gram of ketones and 1 gram of carbohydrates, you literally get double the amount of ATP, which is our body's energy currency, okay? You get double the amount of energy from ketones than from glucose. So literally we're going to up our energy in our body. When we up our energy, all your health and vitality increases because you're able to take care of so much of the junk processing in your body, and all the toxins that we get bombarded with. There is a fat lie out there that you will get fat if you eat fat, which is not true at all. Kind of like what Megan said, her and her husband actually lost weight on this program. So what are healthy fats here? Just a few good options: avocados, grass-fed butter, coconut oil, olive oil, animal fat. So whenever you think of when we're eating ketosis, just kind of think about those basic, food groups right there. We're going to dive into more into what we can do into our recipes and stuff like that as well. So where did we go wrong? Why are all of a sudden we want to go and start eating fat when before our government was like, this is the perfect way to be healthy, the food pyramid, okay? And I think in the food pyramid and like other versions, I think fat was supposed to be on top. This one, they took it out completely. I have no idea why, because literally it should be turned on its head. It actually should be like breads and cereals should be gone. Fruits, only in the summertime. Lots and lots of veggies. That should be your baseline with fats. Milk and dairy, like maybe some cheese and some meat and no sugar. Like this thing is completely wrong. And I'm going to completely turn this on your head. Like everything that you learned about what a good diet, the AMA, like what the government puts out as healthy, has been completely wrong for a long, long time, decades and decades, because of this guy on the left in Time magazine. This was published in 1961. This is Ansel Keys. Ansel Keys did a study back in the 50s. All right. And I can, Megan, I can hear just a little bit of background. If you can just mute yourself out for just a second. If you want to chime in, you can just totally unmute yourself. But so Ansel Keys literally took a study, and this was the raw data right here in the middle, I guess you could say, and how Keys faked it. So he took raw data on the heart deaths per 1,000 population. So pretty much cardiovascular diseases, right? 8 being the most. And then percent of dietary calories from fat. So fat intake way on this side and heart attacks on this side. So the people up here obviously were the worst. So whoops, going back. This is his data. This in science is you have so much spread all across the board. It's a flat line. That means we don't have any good data, too many variables. It's terrible. So, but what he did is he cleaned this up, and he only picked 6 countries, Japan and Italy, that had the lowest percentage of fat and lowest percentage of heart attacks or cardiovascular disease. And then the countries that had the highest fat, as you can see, like US, boom, right here. Australia right here, Canada right here, all these things, he cherry-picked the ones so he could say that fat caused cardiovascular disease. Some people don't know why. It's just blatantly obvious. He was paid to do that because these people don't get paid by the government. They get paid by maybe big food or somebody else to do these studies so that they can sell more grains or something, or sugar, whatever it is, right? We live in America. What's our number one thing? We grow corn. How can we get more corn, more grains into America? It's easy. If we can take out fat, replace it with all this corn crap, we're good. So he faked it. This is what they presented to the US, and the US came up with, perfect, let's use that study. Let's take out all the fat. The fat, I think, is typically started off at the very top here. And let's do grains and breads and cereals, which has now caused, since then, us to have even more cardiovascular disease, more diabetes. I mean, diabetes is like 1 in 4 people will have diabetes in the last lifetime. 1 in 2 people will have battle cancer. Men will battle cancer. 1 in 3 women will battle cancer in their lifetime. And I think with that, with diabetes, cancer, and cardiovascular kills over 90% of Americans. Like, it is crazy. So what do we need to do? Carbohydrates, ketones, right? What have we been training ourselves to do? For a long, long time, we come over here, carbohydrates, think of like carbohydrates, carbs as like your fridge, okay? And this is I'm talking about like your metabolism, right? So your metabolism burns carbs quickly. It's easily accessible. It's a short-term fuel source. Whenever you're hungry, you go to the fridge to grab a snack. You eat that snack, you get hungry a little bit later, right? So carbs is quick, easy, straight to the point, but you have to frequently go back and get it, right? Ketones is that deep freezer in your basement, but it has lots of energy, but it's your freezer. It needs to be thawed out. It takes a long time, but you will burn ketones for a long time. But we've been eating carbs and just carbohydrates, straight up carbs, for such a long time, we have lost the ability of what we call metabolic flexibility to burn ketones. All right. So what we're going to be doing through this diet is we're going to be cleaning out the fridge. Once we clean out the fridge, your metabolism is going to be freaking the flip out because it doesn't know that it has a basement. And in the basement is full of frozen food. So you are going to clean out your carbohydrates, your glucose, your glycogen storages, right? And this could take anywhere from 3 days to 10 days, depending on how dependent your body is and how resistant it is to go down into the basement and find the fat for fuel. So why do I believe in keto? Is it just Trey Tonella that says ketosis is legit? And then you're going to go out there and read, I don't know, Time Magazine, and it says, don't eat fat, it's going to kill you. And you're like, oh my gosh, who do I believe? I believe Time Magazine because they're more credible than Trey, of course. Well, these people are the people that I have researched. Dave Asprey, I'm a bulletproof coach. So this has been like my number one go-to book, right? He goes way deep into the science of the bulletproof diet, which is cyclical ketosis, which is kind of going in and out in ketosis, which I've done for a long time, terribly. And then Fat for Fuel, this is a book that inspired me to be like, I need to be an advocate. I need to go take a deep dive, track and monitor everything. And this is Dr. Joseph Mercola, who has the number one health blog on the internet. And he wrote Fat for Fuel. He's the one that kind of, this book is the backbone for what we're going to be doing, why we're going to be tracking our ketone levels, why we're going to be tracking our blood glucose levels, and other things. And then the Plant Paradox, which took these two books and refined it down so that people with that are battling issues, diseases, you go on his ketogenic with a little bit more emphasis on what I call kryptonite in, or bad foods that we think are healthy in. Kind of like what he has here, tomatoes. They're full of these things called lectins. We're going to dive into that next week, but we're going to be doing a little bit of emphasis on his book as well. If you battle any kind of disease, I would highly, highly recommend his book. It is 95% true. There are some inaccuracies that I feel are in there, but very, very good. But there's more. Mark Hyman, he is like the godfather, the godfather of what I do, functional medicine. He founded the Functional Medicine Institute of America, I think it's called. His book, Eat Fat, Get Thin. Then this is Mark Sisson, the Keto Reset Diet. He is like huge in the anti-aging community, does major research. Grain Brain, Dr. Perlmutter, he is a not neurosurgeon, he's a neuroscientist, neuropsychologist. I think he's both, but for sure a neuroscientist. He wrote a book about Grain Brain, a great book as well. It's all about the surprising weight of wheat, carbs, and sugar, your brain's secret killers, how it's killing your brain. He goes into saying how it's causing the Alzheimer's epidemic, because Alzheimer's is another way of saying it's like a type 3 diabetes, right? Type 2 diabetes is caused from all this sugar being processed in our body, and our body becomes desensitized to it. And so it doesn't even listen to the insulin saying, hey, store the sugar. It says, no, we have too much. We can't hear you anymore. It's like covering your ears when someone's screaming at you. And that's exactly what's happening in our brain now, right? And he dives really deep into that. The list keeps going on. Good Calories, Bad Calories by Gary Taubes. This guy wrote this book back in the day, and he rips a new one into all the research. He is not a health advocate. He's actually a research journalist. And he was like, this big food is doing terrible things, looks at the research, tears them apart, because they're so biased. It's terrible studies. And he writes his book, Good Calories, Bad Calories. This is a book I want to read, but I've listened to many podcasts on him, and I'm like, holy cow, great, what I would think would be a great read. Keto Clarity, have not read this one, but Jimmy Moore, I've listened to podcasts. I read Jimmy Moore's book, Complete Guide to Fasting. I also read his book, Cholesterol Clarity, which is another myth about if we eat fat, we're going to raise our cholesterol. So another good book from Jimmy Moore. Keto Clarity, Cholesterol Clarity. He wrote this book with Dr. Jason Fung about fasting and curing type 2 diabetes. So these guys are the ones that I read. I'm like, holy cow, this is definitely the healthiest diet we could possibly do. All right. So when I do the research, what's the research saying? For my wife and Morgan, listen up. It actually is saying it helps with acne. All right. So those are the two estheticians that are doing this diet with us, guys. And literally, sugar can cause an increase of sebum secretion. And when they hear that, they're like, oh my gosh, secretion, sebum, bacteria gets in the sebum, causes acne. So this is a great diet to help people with acne. Okay. Alzheimer's disease, like I said, type 3 diabetes, arthritis, sugar increases inflammation, right? If we can stay away from sugar, we stay away from inflammation, and the inflammation is what causes arthritis. Cardiovascular disease, again, cardiovascular disease is not a cholesterol thing. Cholesterol is there because there's inflammation that's there and it's trying to put out all the fires in your arteries. Seizures, Austin, this is why I've been hounding you for 2 years to get off your medication and try this diet, because this keto was founded off of studies for people that with seizures, and then they found out all these other benefits. But this is the reason why keto has become so popular, because they've been studying it for people with seizures. It's great for people with fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, chronic fatigue syndrome, and chronic pain, okay? Because those are mitochondrial issues. When you can give the mitochondria flexibility to use ketones for fuel, it can clear up mitochondrial issues. Let me drink some water. Irritable bowel syndrome. Grains, sugar, feed the bad bacteria in the gut that cause irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Migraines, this is shown to help reduce migraines and the frequency of migraines, but if you do it for a longer period of time, minimum 3 months. Traumatic brain injury. In traumatic brain injury, you want to flood the brain with omega-3. So if you ever, guys, you ever get in a car accident, hit your head, fall down, hit your head, flood your body with omega-3s and ketones. Find some exogenous ketones, because it literally, when you have a traumatic brain injury, shuts your brain down from using glucose for fuel. And so, do you think you can really repair yourself if you don't have energy to repair yourself? So if you don't have a fuel source to get all the workers to move along to start repairing the brain, this is why brain TBIs are so hard and cumbersome. But if we can switch it over to burning ketones, and if you've already been adapted to burn ketones, your TBIs are way easier on you, and it goes by faster, and you get cleared out faster, and you get way better results. Type 2 diabetes, this is a perfect diet. If anyone has type 2 diabetes, 1 in 4 people do. So if you know someone, tell them about this diet. But it's directly, type 2 diabetes are directly correlated to carbs. All right. So is everyone still with me? If you want to unmute yourself, make sure I didn't lose anyone.
All good.
Sweet. Awesome. All right. So now let's get started. Okay. With the diet that we're going to be doing, we're going to start with a 3-day cleanse. I was thinking okay, should we do a 3-day fast? Should we do a juice cleanse, which I'm not too crazy on juice because of sugar. I wanted to start off with a cleanse, and I decided to go with the Plant Paradox 3-day cleanse, which is this, okay? And I'm going to give you guys the recipes and everything for this, but you're going to start off your mornings with a green smoothie. This is going to be an easy cleanse because anything with guacamole in it, I mean, come on, it's just going to be easy. So romaine lettuce boats filled with guacamole, that's a snack for in between breakfast and lunch and in between lunch and dinner, right? So you're having a salad, and you're doing at dinner time this cabbage kale saute with salmon and avocado. If you cannot get wild caught salmon, just substitute that with pasteurized chicken, okay? To me, I know salmon can be a little expensive. It's freaking $30, $28 for a pound. So I'm I might substitute that for chicken. Day 2, green smoothie again. You got your guacamole with your boats, and then romaine salad, some more guacamole, and then Brussels sprouts and kale, onions, cabbage steak. Day 3, green smoothie again. Guacamole again. Chicken arugula, avocado, seaweed wraps. I'm looking forward to that. I've never had a seaweed wrap. Yeah, guacamole, and then roasted broccoli, cauliflower rice saute. So that should be an easy 3-day cleanse. And Dr. Gundry, who wrote The Plant Paradox, really highly recommends this before going into the keto diet, just to kind of clear out the bowels, clear out everything to get started. And option, I'll be going into this after this presentation, that I'm going to do that Dr. Gundry recommends is kind of doing a laxative, an herbal laxative that I forget the name of, but it's okay. I have it pulled up after this presentation. We can look at it. And if you guys want to get that, I think it's like $10 for a bottle for this laxative. And I'm like, perfect. If I can clean out my colon, clean out everything, because I mean, that's a garbage dump that gets built up. Then your body's already ready to absorb everything else better. Okay. So after 3 days, the next 27 days. So we're going to be going over where to find recipes, if you don't have the time to cook, what to do, and snacks for ketosis. All right, guys, I have lived off of this cookbook, the Bulletproof Cookbook. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm a huge Bulletproof fan. So the Bulletproof Diet Book and the Bulletproof Cookbook are always my number one recommendations, because in the Bulletproof Cookbook, they use something called brain octane oil, which is in most recipes. And brain octane oil is 18 times stronger than coconut oil at getting you into ketosis. So you measure ketones on like a point scale. I think it goes up to like 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know, you can correct me, Megan. But if coconut oil is going to get you like up to 1, right, of ketones, level 1, I mean, brain octane oil is going to 18 times that. So that's how powerful it is at giving your body ketones immediately. So I love it, love it, love it, love it. It's like a type of purified MCT oil. But here are other keto books. And guys, I'm going to send this all to you. These keto books, you can Google. These are just some recommended by Dr. Mercola. And so I trust his recommendations. But you can write this down. The 200 low-carb, high-fat recipes by Dana Carpenter, the Ketogenic Cookbook, and the Ketogenic Kitchen. Can't go wrong. These cookbooks will probably last you in your entire life. You can probably not even go through all the recipes. Also, if this isn't enough, and if you don't want to go buy books, that is totally fine. You can just Google ketogenic recipes online. It'll come up with so many great recipes. It has actually surpassed like paleo in the search engines, and everyone's writing blogs about keto now and coming up with great recipes. So many great recipes that I had a friend of mine and his wife shared with me their Google Docs, all the recipes that they love. And I'm going to share with you that whole treasure chest of Google Doc recipes. There's so many of them to choose from like chicken nuggets all the way to whatever you want. All right. So also, if you are like go, don't have time to prep, you can literally just go to greenchef.com, and they have keto pre-made meals. I mean, it's $15 a meal, but if you're go all the time, this might be worth it. Okay. I mean, that looks delicious. I'm not going to lie. I'm salivating. That's better than my cooking. So, and that might be something I might do down the road. Snacks, fat bombs. You just Google like chocolate fat bomb or whatever kind of fat bomb you want, just fat bombs. And there's going to be keto little fat bomb snacks that you can just put into balls or cut up into bars. Super easy. Take it with you wherever. I literally make this fat fudge from Bulletproof that I love. My kids don't really love it, but I love it because I should probably put more xylitol in it. They might love it more, but it's really, really good. So fat bombs are really good. I actually do an omega-3 and the brain octane oil fat bomb in the morning time. Kicks me into ketosis when I do intermittent fasting. That's always an option if you just want to shoot down some coconut oil or MCT oil. Nuts, but certain kinds of nuts, we're going to go over that. And then Dr. McCullough has some really good keto bars out there. Megan, like snacks, what kind of snacks do you use for the keto program?
One of Josh's favorites, and I know it sounds like super not cool, but what is it? Oh my gosh, I gotta go look at it. I can't remember what they're called. Hold on, going to the kitchen. Oh gosh, pork rinds.
Pork rinds.
Pork rinds. Yeah. Like, so if you are like craving a potato chip, pork rinds are fantastic. I've also, LaCroix has taken place of all of our sodas.
Nice.
Also, almonds are a good little snack. If you, they're nice little, they fill you up pretty quickly. So that's been good for us. Let me think. Oh, I make a really awesome keto cookie. It's a chocolate chip cookie. They're fantastic.
You're gonna have to share that recipe with us.
I sure will. That's my favorite. My kids actually ask for them in their lunches now. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, we pretty much, honestly, our snacking has gone down so much that
I could imagine.
We really don't crave a lot. I mean, I have my chocolate craving from time to time, and there's different, like those fat bombs or like a keto cookie will kind of kick that out a little bit. I actually was going to show. I was holding this up. This is a keto cookbook, and it's a crock pot because we are always on the go. So like if you throw it in a crock pot in the morning, you're ready to go in the evening. It's by Lauren Warren.
Here, can you hold my cookbook up one more time? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've heard of Lauren Warren's book, her work and everything. Yeah.
It's fantastic. And there's actually snacks in here that you can do in a crock pot. There's desserts, there's appetizers, dinners. I mean, so there's a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, it's really good.
Perfect.
Yep. And I also wanted to tell you, the whole salmon thing. We actually have a bag of frozen salmon, like a bag of frozen chicken in our freezer right now. And we got it at Kroger, and I think it was like $7, and it's like a bag of salmon.
Of wild caught salmon?
So, yeah.
Wow. Nice.
It was on sale. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Check that out. It's
okay.
in the frozen section.
Okay. That might be a good idea.
So, yeah, I mean, Kroger, and I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's easy because you don't have to worry about, fridge space. It's just frozen, and you can throw it in whenever you want it.
Perfect. Well, that's good to know.
So
sweet. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
I have lots of other I can share. I was gonna say I have other snacks too, but I can share them on the conversation.
Perfect.
Like in the
sounds good.
Page. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So let's go back to this real quick, and we'll finish up this presentation. We have 22 minutes left. All right. So that's that. And then I think there was another snack that when you were talking, Megan, I was going to mention too, but totally forgot. No worries, because I'm not in ketosis yet. I don't have the brain fuel for this. All right. So what to expect? I mentioned this before. From what I hear, I have not personally experienced this because I feel like I have, I've been in and out of ketosis for such a long time that I don't get this keto flu that people talk about. But when people are fully carb, 100% carb, and then they switch over to ketosis, they get this 3-day to even sometimes could last 10 days. It's like a keto flu. It feels like you're sick. And it's literally because your body is going through this refrigerator, went through everything, and it's freaking out. And it's like, there's nothing left in the refrigerator. Go through this, okay? Let your body figure out that there's a basement full of frozen fat that it can start using, all right? So just go through it. Just get through it somehow, some way, all right? How would I do that? I would get some ketones into your body, all right? I will share with you what the way I do it is. I do it with the brain octane oil from Bulletproof, and with that, I get immediate ketones right into my body, and so it starts feeling right away. And then, so this is like your body's transitioning time. But I mean, what you're going to expect throughout this whole 4 weeks, though, is you're going to start increasing brain clarity, brain performance. Your cravings are going to go away. You're going to have more stable energy and more energy. I mean, how many people are sucking down energy drinks and whatever it is because we have an energy epidemic happening in America? And hormone balance, also epidemic, right? Because literally how many low T clinics and all the women about their hormone. I mean, that's like my biggest thing at Holly's Top Spa is he has so many clients like, oh, I just need to get my hormones back in balance. I have this going on. I know it's my hormones. Oh, it's just my hormones are going crazy. We have this crazy hormone out of balance America. And what are they doing? They're carbs, everything else. What makes hormones? What are hormones made of? Mostly fat. Are you giving yourself enough fat? No, they're eating margarine. I went over to my in-laws' house and I want to cry because they pull out the margarine. And I'm like, guys, you know that's bad for you? Like, uh-huh. And I'm like, okay. All right, I love you anyways. I'm not going to be that son-in-law that's like, you guys. If you're listening, in-laws, I love you. If you threw out the margarine, I'd love you more. So anyways, that is margarine, if you guys didn't get the drift, is not real fat. It's canola oil, and canola oil is probably the worst thing you can possibly put in your mouth. Worse than sugar. I might have said that. It's right there with sugar. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be measuring our progress. Now, if you got these things or not, like I hope you got it because, I mean, I got it because I want to measure it. I want to know where I'm at. I want to know what's going on. If you didn't get it, no worries. It's not a huge deal. Just go off of feeling. The only problem with feeling is people will miss a 30% improvement in brain performance and whatever it is, and they don't feel that. Once it goes over that, if they have a dramatic 40-50% improvement, they're like, oh, I feel that. I have 40-50% more energy. Oh, I feel that. But if it starts going up 10, 20, 30%, people cannot feel that typically. So we measure it. We measure what the body's reacting, how it's doing. That's why I recommend, Dr. McCullough recommended the glucose meter. I'm like, perfect, I'll do it. I have no idea, I've never done that before. And keto sticks. Okay, if you don't do these, please do a food log, right? The food log does this. The more accurate you keep your food log, the better. Because then if something happens we're on week 2, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I have this crash. I'm breaking out in sweats. Like, I don't know what's going on. And it's like, let's go back and look at your food log to see what you've had. And we can pinpoint, oh my goodness, maybe you're allergic to almonds, actually. Maybe you ate bad almonds. Like, let's try not eating almonds anymore. We can actually go back and pinpoint and go back and look at specific things and analyze the data, if you want to say, of what you've entered. And I can help you. I'll be more than happy if you call me, text me, email me. Hey, this is happening. All right, email me your food log. Let's look at this, right? I will be more than happy to help you, every single person out. But I need your food log. I can't just say, all right, let's have an hour conversation about what's gone on in your day and the previous day. And your memory slipped on day 2, and on day 3, you don't remember what you had. I don't even remember what I had 2 days ago, right? But we can, things can come up and you can have reactions from things you ate, like gluten sometimes won't show up till 3 days later. And we're terrible at analyzing and saying, oh, I feel crappy right now. Well, what did you eat 3 days ago? I have no freaking clue. So keep a food log, please, please, please. You're going to go to chronometer.com/Mercola. I'm going to put this on the page that we decide to go on, which we're going to go into that in a second. So let's do this. ketosis is your only option. All right. So let me see here. So recap, getting started, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right. Recap, getting started. We're going to start off with a 3-day food cleanse. And then we're going to go into ketosis recipes. That's where you're kind of on your own. You can do whatever keto recipe you want. You can get the keto cookbook. I mean, if we're going to be starting this thing on Monday, so we're going to go over the shopping list and all the recipes for this 3-day cleanse, and then figure out what you want to do. Start collecting the recipes that you need, because after 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're starting all ketosis recipes. I would recommend this. Keeping it simple, keeping it easy, do bulletproof coffee in the morning time, or just black coffee. But bulletproof coffee in the morning time, it's butter, grass-fed butter, and it's MCT oil, which I use brain octane oil, which is 18 times stronger than coconut oil, right? Those two things kick me into ketosis. I'm not hungry until 2 o'clock. Then and then I literally usually, if I'm not cooking for my kids, I usually just have guacamole, and that holds me over till dinner time, right? And then dinner time is when I actually sit down and make a really good keto meal. So that makes it easier. So you only have to plan for one keto meal and just have a whole heck of a lot of avocados, which avocados are so good for you, right? But that bulletproof coffee kicks you into ketosis, keeps you in ketosis with the guacamole, and then you're having your keto meals. I think it'll be really great. It's called intermittent fasting. You can do intermittent fasting with just black coffee or with nothing in the morning time. You go 16 to 18 hours, which if you finished eating at 8 o'clock at night, went all the way next day, you're sleeping, you're burning ketones while you sleep, you wake up, you don't break fast, breakfast, all right? And you continue to fast up until 1 o'clock. That's 18 hours. And there's so much benefit in that. Having a bulletproof coffee does not break that fast. Your body still thinks it's starving. It's still cleaning out all its cells. It's still doing wonders for you, okay? So I, as a bulletproof coach, I recommend having a bulletproof coffee, or just take some butter, blend it, see if you can palate it, right? Blend it in coffee and say, all right, I can do this. Go get the real deal, all right? Other than that, let's go into the recipes for the 3-day cleanse. I'm going to share this document with you guys. All right. So I'm going to send this whole PDF. This is like the plant paradox quick cheat sheet kind of in a way. It has all their recipes. It has what to do, how to do it, things like that, what to stay away from, what to avoid. But once you get to page 39 to page 48, it has your first recipes for the 3-day Kickstart cleanse, okay? So here they are, all right? And what I'm going to do is tomorrow morning, I'm going to write all this stuff up from day 1 all the way to day 3, because there's a lot of commonalities like arugula, spinach, and then you're having arugula for like lunch and stuff like that. So I'm going to type up I think this is serves 1. So for one person, how much you need of each thing shopping list wise. So you can just go to the grocery store and okay, this is all the stuff I need for those 3 days to make this a lot easier. But so this is, like we said, we're starting off green smoothie every morning, right? What does it look like? Romaine lettuce, spinach, all that stuff, all right? And then for lunch, we're doing the chicken salad. And then dinner that day, I think it's, the chicken pesto. And then next morning, it's the smoothie. And then lunch, seaweed wrap, all right? Dinner, okay, this is the romaine lettuce, both those are snacks. Dinner, lemongrass. But you can go off of what I showed you in the slides for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the snacks, and what you're gonna be doing, and you can just pair it up with what, just plan it out. Okay, day 2, this is my lunch. Day 3, this is my lunch, and make it really easy. If you make 1 kale smoothie, or it's a green smoothie, 1 green smoothie, make a lot of it, and then refrigerate the other 2 days. So if you make it on Monday morning, just make a lot of it, refrigerate the next day and the next day. That way it's just already made. Keep it easy for you guys. But in here, I will pin it when we go in here. In here, it shows what exactly day 1, day 2 you're gonna be eating that was in my slides. I'll find it. It's in here somewhere. But you'll have this whole PDF to go through. And it gives you tools for success. Awesome. Another thing, not to overload you guys, but this is, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I want to share this thing. Guys, this is something I've lived by for a very long time. All right. This is the bulletproof roadmap. And to me, it was super beneficial when I was like, oh, wait, should I be eating this vegetable? Should I be having this fat? And it goes down to what to eat, what things are bulletproof or super, super good for you in green, to things that are toxic or kryptonite down in red. And in between, these are suspect foods. These are, some people can handle them, some people can't, all right? Like kombucha, raw milk. It's like, can you handle it? Can you not? So this was very beneficial. I was able to see like the best veggies all the way down to what to stay away from, what fats to eat, what fats not to eat, dairy, protein, starches we're staying away from, fruits we're staying away from, so you can stay away from that. But like, okay, sweeteners, xylitol, erythritol, stevia, right? There's so many questions around sweeteners. People think aspartame, sucralose, acyl sulfate potassium, ACE-K, terrible. That gives you nodules on your thyroid. Sucralose, aspartame breaks down into 3 different ingredients, one of them being formaldehyde. They go straight to your brain. It's like, come on. So it's like toxic, red alert. So I'm going to be sending this out for you guys. So you can, I have this printed out on my refrigerator. I can just see this anytime whenever I'm like making my grocery list or something like that. And I can literally just look at it and see what veggies I want to try or eat this week. So very, very good. So I'll send this to you guys. Awesome. So let's see, it's 9:21, perfect. We have 9 minutes to spare. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. All right, do you guys have any questions?
I have one.
Okay.
It's gonna be a difficult one. My husband is insanely allergic to avocado.
Oh, wow.
Like, cannot eat it, throat will close. So any recommendations, or has that ever been the case with someone that you know of?
That's the first time I've heard it. As a functional medicine person, we ask why for everything, right? I'm like, why? I'm like, why would someone's throat close up from avocados? What is he allergic to that's in it? Is there something else that's similar that happens that's not avocados, that same thing as throat closes up?
Most fresh fruit, raw carrots, cantaloupe is a really big one too. But like almost all fruits, he can eat grapes and berries, but not like, he can't just eat like an apple or a peach or whatever.
Okay. And obviously,
like carrots, if they're steamed, he can eat them. Yeah.
And was this in America or was this in Australia?
It's been for years.
Years,
really.
so both.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long has this been going on? Do you know?
At least as long as I've known him. I mean,
Gotcha.
Since probably forever.
Okay. So he literally just might have a DNA SNP that's something in the avocados, which I don't know what he could be allergic to. I've never heard of that. So some of the other stuff you talked about, there's lectins in those, which makes sense. But there's no lectins. I mean, there's lectins in the peel of an avocado, but he's not eating the peel. So I'm trying to figure out what else that would be. I'll do some research into that. I'm gonna write that down, and I'll see if I can find anything on that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then, man, sucks for him. Guacamole is like my favorite thing in the world. If you had to tell me I can eat guacamole for the rest of my life, I was like, why live?
I always feel bad when I eat it in front of him. Like, sorry.
For him, he might have to do more with like make him some fat bombs. Make him,
Okay.
if you guys can, if like you don't have time and you just want to have like a snack to go, Dr. Mercola's little keto bars are really great. Bulletproof has some bars that are like collagen and have brain octane oil in them. They're just like $3.50 a bar. I think if you buy them in bulk, you can get Mercola's bar for like $2.25 or something like that, which is the typical protein bar.
Yeah.
So I would. So stay away from avocados then. Then on the cleanse, let's.
Can you do fat bombs for a snack, or is that not really a cleanse?
I don't see any reason why not. Avocados are just very full of different vitamins and minerals, so I can imagine like how it would be beneficial to start lining your gut with that fat. So I would literally just probably make a bulletproof coffee instead, or have some kind of other fat with it, because it looks like that's the main thing that Dr. Gundry wants to have happen, is to get more fat into your system during this cleanse. So yeah, find some other fat to replace it with that works for you guys. Maybe, I mean, I could probably, I don't know, throw you over some fat bombs or whatever, but literally you could just Google it and like, oh, this looks good, I can make that, so.
Yeah, totally.
Perfect.
Okay.
Dr. Morris, do you have any questions for you?
I was going to see if you will just look up for me how much caffeine is in bulletproof coffee, just because I'm trying to keep it under the 200 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up online, but I just want to confirm that online.
So,
I know you have it.
Yeah, bulletproof coffee is going to be 1 cup of coffee.
Like 8 to 10 ounces. I mean, they say that it's 18 milligrams per ounce, so you'd be at about 180 milligrams, like a regular cup of coffee. I just didn't want to take the internet when I know that you have it at home. If
gotcha.
So you could just shoot me a text.
Okay, for sure. So what are you trying to keep it under?
200 milligrams a day.
200 milligrams. Yep. So literally, I mean, you drink what? Well, probably 1 cup of coffee, and it's 150, or how much was that? 200 milligrams of caffeine? 1 cup?
It's about 180. I mean,
180.
Prepared here, about 180 milligrams.
What I would do is, because coffee is such a great source, is the number 1 source of antioxidants for the American diet, right? What I would do is take half a cup of coffee, half everything, half the coffee, half the butter, half the brain octane oil, and do just that kind of bulletproof coffee in the morning time. So you're getting a little bit of caffeine. You're getting 90 milligrams of caffeine. You're getting the fat, and you're getting the ketones. So, and you're still getting all the good antioxidants, the polyphenols.
Okay, that sounds good. But yeah, that was it. It's just if it's, I mean, because I know that it's made from different beans, so I just wasn't certain if its coffee had more caffeine or the same as Starbucks, or I just wanted to make sure I wasn't over 200. I
will verify that for you and put that in our thing. Which reminds me, I'm not on Facebook very much, but for this thing, and Dr. Morris, I noticed when I was like, we're not friends on Facebook. I can't add you to the group, because I added everyone to the group, and Hannah, I was like adding you as a friend, trying to add you to the group as well. But I'd be okay with doing the group thing and like posting recipes or whatever we want, like answering questions. But also, guys, is it a black screen, or can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, I'm seeing Dr. Morris, which is just a black screen. Okay.
Well, that's because I put paper over. I didn't want you to see
that.
Oh. It's El Natural Wednesday, Dr. Morris. Come on. Okay, I was just making sure. Okay, so I was saying, Dr. Morris.
The group on.
Give me a second. It'll come back. Okay, so Facebook, I would prefer more of a messaging type of thing where we can ask quick questions instead of like logging into Facebook, going into the group. Like, I feel like it's more steps. I love an app called Telegram that I keep that on my computer. I keep it on my phone. I get my messages. I send it. Like, I do a lot on Telegram already. I would love it if we did Telegram, or if even like Facebook Messenger, even though that does cut out. I don't think you can share links as well. Or maybe it's like, I don't know. I think you still can share links, but you can't upload files, I think, on Instant Messenger. But you can upload files on Telegram. So it's like, I know I need to upload files, or I'm going to be sending you guys all this stuff through the email, but I want to also upload it to like our Facebook group, or I could just upload it to Telegram. Which one? I mean, Telegram's a whole new system probably for most people, and it is, you would have to download the app and stuff like that. Which one would you guys rather do? Like, in the mediums of keeping communication for 4 weeks?
I don't care to upload an application on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
An app's fine with me.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send an email out saying, guys, let's download Telegram. And once you guys, I think I'll have to, it might be trial by fire, but I think I'll should be able to just create a group easily and go from there. As long as you've already downloaded the app and I can see that you're in the system. So we just have to make sure everyone downloads the app. What's up, little boy? All right. Then just a couple of other things. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. You can go to bulletproof.com. It's a great resource. Here. Bulletproof.com this is where I get my brain octane oil. And if you guys can go here. I'll also put a link in Telegram. I have an affiliate link and I get 10%, whoop-de-doo. But if you guys want to do that link, thank you to me. If not, you can just go to bulletproof.com. It's super easy. And you can get your coffee. The coffee here is what I use. It's a little bit more expensive, but they lab test it, making sure there's no mold toxins in there, which is what I want to make sure is I don't have any mold toxins in my coffee or from me. Oh, look at that. Dr. Morris just download Telegram. Thank you, Dr. Morris. You're awesome. I have it up on my phone. And so let's go here. So food and drink, quality. It's not fats. Where's that? Fat water is amazing. Quality fats. There we go. Quality fats. Brain octane oil is my go-to, but they also have XCT oil, which is like 10 times stronger than coconut oil. So you could go either way. I've always just done brain octane. Even with the price, it's worth it to me. And I put it in so many of my recipes, so I get like that immediate fuel source of ketones. But here it is, brain octane oil, 32 ounce, $46. You can do a smaller ounce, 16. This is XCT oil. The difference is brain octane oil is only caprylic acid, which is C9. Okay, fats have carbon fats. Okay, it has carbon chains. This one has C8, so it's 8. This one has 8 chains. Think of it as 8 molecules. Okay, this one's 10 molecules. Anything bigger than that is not a true MCT. And some MCT oils include carbon 12 fats, which is not true MCT. So a lot of MCT oils use carbon 12 fats, which is not lactic acid. Can't remember exactly, but Bulletproof does it right, and they make it very, very purified, distilled all the way down. So that's why I love their brain octane oil. Highly, highly recommend it. Put in your Bulletproof coffee. You're doing all of his recipes on the Bulletproof cookbook. So, okay. But the next thing we're going to be doing, I'm going to be putting this in the Telegram. Chronometer, I guess. This is where we'll be tracking our things. It's an app on your phone. Track your food. Putting your biometrics. You're going to log your blood glucose. You're going to log your ketones. This is your log for everything, okay? So if you need any help, or if you can go back, you can always see, wow, look at my ketones. They were so low. Day 3 through day 6, I was feeling crappy. Day 7, look at my ketones. I can see this curve happening. I can see all this happening. You can add food, add your exercises, add a biometric, and add notes, which you'll be doing all of your ketones, all of your blood glucose, and it's easier actually in the app. I downloaded the app and I was trying to do that. I don't fully know this 100%, but you can watch a YouTube video. Someone can obviously do a tutorial on this. Thank you, Megan Clifton, for downloading Telegram. I just saw that. And so this is what you need to do. It's chronometer.com/Mercola, because Mercola has a little bit things more directed towards the ketosis diet. And he contacted the Chronometer people and said, hey, I want to implement just a few other things. They agreed. So he has like a few add-ons, bells and whistles, to help make sure we're measuring fat adaptation and other things better. So, but we're going to be going through this next week when we kind of see all of our food logs. You can be able to see my food logs. Guys, even if you have a bad day, you cheat, log it, okay? Because then a week from then, if you have a reaction or something happens, we can go look back and be like, though there was this one time. That means it could take 7 days for it to react with your body. So just log everything. So you see the trends, you can see your foods, you can see your profile. Just go ahead and set all this up. If you have a device, it can link up with your device, so it can kind of keep track of, I guess, like your steps and activity levels and stuff like that. But there's a lot of cool things here. So, all right. So chronometer is a must. Did everyone get their blood glucose meters and ketone strips?
Yes.
Awesome.
Not yet. We'll order them probably tomorrow.
Okay. The ketone strips, I already got them in. Amazon was like 2-day shipping. The glucose monitor, might want to go check Walmart to see. It said it could take 5 to 10 days for it to ship from this manufacturer or whatever. It's like a medical device company on Amazon. So it wasn't on Prime. So it's going to take a little bit longer. So when I ordered mine, it was going to for sure come in by Thursday next week, which is when we're going to be tracking our blood glucose and our blood glucose and ketones. So I was like, perfect. So I was fine with that.
How much does that cost you?
It cost me $10 for the monitor and $20 for 50 strips.
Okay.
Yeah. So $30, and then it was $12 for the little keto sticks. So I literally spent less than $40. All right. Okay. So awesome. Any other questions before we close this out? Perfect. Perfect. Sweet. So I'm going to add everyone to Telegram. I'm going to send everyone an email with that attachment to the recipes, the Dr. Gundry's Plant Paradox PDF, and on page 39 to 48 is the recipes for those 3 days. After that, you're on your own for keto recipes. And then tonight, take 5 minutes, download chronometer.com/Mercola, right? Log in, just go to the website, log in, create your profile. It literally took 5 minutes. All right, do that now so you don't forget it. Days get busy, okay? And let's see here. And that should be it, guys. Awesome. I'm so excited. Download Telegram too. Yes, download Telegram right now. So, Hannah, you're the only one out of this group that hasn't done it yet.
I'll make sure when he gets home.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to come visit with me, do this journey with me. I am so proud that I get to do this with Megan. Literally, I feel honored to do it with you since you've been doing it for so long. So this is going to be so good. I think it's going to transform not only your health, but the health of generations to come, because literally sperm count is down 40% from 10 years ago, and all these other infertility issues are happening. And when you can get everything healthy, the mitochondria healthy, your body healthy, everything's going to go back up. And then that makes your children healthy, even the children you don't even have, or whatever it is. So this is going to be the healthiest thing for you, your children, and their children. Okay? So congratulations. I'm excited for this journey. and let's rock it.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys. We'll have a great rest of your night, and same time next week, and I'll see you guys on Telegram, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.